Manja, manja, bon appetit, let's eat. It's time for Tank's Cooks. Manja, manja, bon appetit, let's eat. It's time for Tank's Cooks. It's time once again for Tank's Cooks. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day weekend is coming upon us. Yes, indeed. Be golly to be God. And don't forget the blarney. Yes. And you know what, everyone, is the traditional meal for St. Patrick's Day? You know what it is. Corned beef and cabbage. By the way, I hate the smell of cabbage. So I am making this for you. We're going to start off by taking an onion. We gotta peel this motherfucker. Fortunately, a leprechaun was able to peel my potatoes. I don't know where that leprechaun went for the damn onion. This damn onion won't fucking peel. Why won't this fucking goddamn motherfucker peel? This has got the thickest skin. I mean, this skin, look at this skin. It's not even, it doesn't want to fucking come off this motherfucking goddamn motherfucking onion. I mean, isn't the skin supposed to like just, you pull it off and it like comes off? Alright, I think it's finally starting to come off. Motherfucker. Alright. Now we're going to take the onion and we're just going to chop it into large chunks. Because we're just basically going to use it as a garnish. At the bottom of our pot, a crock pot. Alright, so let's put the onions at the bottom of the crock pot for beef. And we're going to be cooking this 8 hours on low. Low. So we're going to take our corned beef and we're going to put it into the crock pot. We got a little spice packet. This packet. And we'll put it on top of the corned beef. You know, that's not enough spice, no. You know what we need? Yes! Accent! Garlic powder. Lemon pepper. There we go. Garlic. Cloves. Probably more of this fucking skin shit. At least this is easy to come off. There we go. Garlic. Today's probably a little bit later, and Leprechaun was able to peel my red-skinned potatoes. You know, I think the Washington football team missed an opportunity. They should just call themselves today red-skinned potatoes and change the logo to a potato. They could have kept the name. So we're gonna put in the red-skinned potatoes. We're gonna cut them in half. We usually could cut them in quarter if they're long, if they're bigger, but these are smaller potatoes, kind of like the USFL. And just place them all around the corned beef. All around the corned beef. And we're going to be adding carrots later, and we're going to be adding the cabbage much later. Right? The cabbage is only like the last hour of cooking. Thank God, because that thing stinks to high motherfucking heaven. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Get some water. And we're going to just cover up the top. Perfect. And the last pièce de résistance is we're going to put some bay leaves on top of the whole thing. Bay leaves, putting on the bay leaves. Okay, we're going to cook this low for 8 hours. Alexa, set a timer for 8 hours. All right. Now this has been cooking about 5.5 hours, and now we have to put in the cabbage and the carrots. So let's first put in the carrots. We got these nice carrot sticks, just to make our job a little easier. Push it down, push it down, push it down. And now we put in the cabbage. All right. I've never worked with cabbage because I hate cabbage. I'll just take these leaves off. They look kind of funky. Now we have to quarter it. Quarter the cabbage, quarter the cabbage, quarter the cabbage. I think we have to get rid of this little bony thing in here. Quarter the cabbage, quarter the cabbage. Yeah, cabbage. Now we're gonna cover it up. Cook an additional 2.5 hours. All right, we're about 8 minutes into cooking this, so we gotta take out the corned beef and let it rest for 15 minutes before we can serve it. So let's get it onto our little serving little tray here. Ready to cut up this corned beef. We're supposed to cut with the grain, I guess. Is this with the grain? Am I doing it right? I think I am. Cutting the corned beef.
How good is that? Smells delicious, Tank.
Look at that, it's falling apart. It's so tender.
Yeah, it is. It's tender. It's beautiful. Look.
Right. I've never been able to cut. I've never been able to cut. Am I supposed to cut it this way? It says against the grain or with the grain. I don't even know where the grain is. Now let me try to cut this up the best of my ability.
It's beautiful. Flaming hot Fritos, by the way. Yeah, you gotta really respect this. I killed them.
All right, there's our corned beef. Let's get everything else on the tray and get ready to plate our meal. Making each serving
this
dish.
is the actual. I like this. This is amazing. I feel like this is cool. We should call this part Tank's Restaurant, but it's called. What is it actually called?
Tank's Cooks.
Tank's Cooks.
Yes, Tank Cooks.
Oh, Tank Cooks. Right, correct.
All right. And there's our corned beef and cabbage. A beauty, I might say, as we go ready to plate the meal. Oh, it's time to plate the meal. Oh, it's time to plate the meal. Been the blarney and body and gaudy and salty, and it's time to plate the meal. You know, nothing goes better than some Irish soda bread when you make this corned beef and cabbage. Now, Irish soda bread, it's good. It's traditional St. Patrick's Day food, but it's just dry. It's dry. You know, they once put it down by the Lake Sahara, and then it became the Sahara Desert because of all the water, the dryness of this bread came out. And of course, we got our corned beef and cabbage. So we'll get some of this corned beef onto our plate. Time to plate the meal. Time to plate the meal. Get some of these carrots. Some of these corn, carrots. Get those up on the plate. Yeah, time to plate the meal. Time to plate the meal. And there's our corned beef and cabbage. Put a little salt and see how this came out. And this is fork tender. You could have a knife, but you may not need a knife because of just how tender this is. Because that's how it is. It's supposed to come out real tender. You could almost cut it with a fork. Get our nice little carrots, our potatoes, smooth and creamy. May you all have a great St. Patrick's Day. May the luck of the year follow you on your St. Patrick's Day deal, and your St. Patrick's Day meal. Manja, bon appetit, let's eat. And if you have any recipes, send them to njtank99@gmail.com. And have a great St. Patrick's Day.
It's absolutely delicious. Sorry, I choked with food in my mouth.